heavy, but working on speed, working on power. So I can get to 500 this year. Hopefully I can. Let's see what I can do. So, I wanted to make this video about what's the difference from powerlifting and bodybuilding. Why can't powerlifters really build much muscle than bodybuilders? And it's a simple constructive thing. Reason why bodybuilders build so much is not because it's for diet and how clean they are, for one, but it's most likely because bodybuilders contract. They usually set the tone of the motion for back, legs, most likely arms and chest. What I mean contract, I mean like a slower pace, make sure they have that good pump. Their sets is pretty much like, I think newcomers, as in like natural bodybuilders would probably be like 5 regularly, 5 sets of 10. Sometimes they go more, especially if they don't feel anything. Usually natural bodybuilders don't go as heavy all the time because they might strain themselves, which that's why powerlifters only do probably like, they do most likely like 10 to 20 sets, sometimes 5 sets of 3 to 5 reps, especially when they're competing. because for one, they're trying to overload, and too much overload to their body can restrain, so they don't do as much as contracting as in bodybuilders. They don't make sure they get that pump. They pretty much work on speed and strength. That's why they have so many techniques. That's actually the reason. Powerlifters work on technique. Bodybuilders work on pretty much the pump. So that's the reason why bodybuilders do more reps and slower paced, unless they do supersets, as in a quick workout, which they still, of course, bodybuilders usually do heavy weight, because without heavy weight you can't really gain as much mass, because what it does is it pretty much shocks the muscle, makes kind of tires the muscle, but also strengthens it with more endurance and intensity, to where if you keep doing that particular weight and going up a little bit, probably like 5 pounds each time, can give you like at least half an inch to an inch a few days, and you pretty much get stronger because of that that shock from heavy weights. The thing about it is they don't go too heavy, but unless you are on steroids, which people don't want to talk about, but I understand why bodybuilders do steroids, because being a bodybuilder is actually quite dangerous, especially on competitions that has people have usually fainted because they're not given much intake of food and nutrients, so they have to at least get all that water weight, all that sodium out, so they have to do only like 200 or 300 calories, and people that's like over like 200 can't really take that, but they have to, just to look leaner and more cut, as in, so they can show more muscles. So when they get the tan, it's pretty much just cuts everywhere, and that's quite dangerous. Which people say that bodybuilders are pretty much like pretty boys, which to me they're not. They are strong guys, man. Like, any person that really does it for years and years has taken a toll on their body and loves it dearly. So when they say like, oh, they did steroids, it's pretty much saying like they love this and they will die doing this, because they put everything. Like people that do like 400 or 500 milligrams of like delta tren, all that stuff, pretty much a day or a week, pretty much says like, I'm going to win this, and and it's pretty much mostly like recovery for like bodybuilders, or either other people in like sports or anything like that. But usually the difference from bodybuilding is pretty much the contract, the how many reps and what workouts they usually do is pretty much the tight squeeze they want. So pretty much what makes the form of the muscles pretty much how much you squeeze and how much you contract it, other than pretty much overloading your body, or like what's it called? Pretty much lifting weights and not getting that much intensity to your muscle and not feeling anything. You're just pretty much pulling a lot of weight just to show off, which won't really help you. I mean, it can overload and get your body used to the weight, but always doing it, you won't gain any muscle or look better that you want to be. Powerlifters, on the other hand, pretty much work on technique. They work on, well, powerlifters, weightlifters, whatever, usually work on technique. The reason why they don't seem as in bulkier or bigger is pretty much they don't work on the pump. They usually work on speed, and which contends as in they won't get as much pump because as in for us we work on how to be explosive with weights, especially when you have competitions as in the bench press where you say work on command, so you have to work on that intensity and pretty much power and speed. So once it's on your chest and when he says press, you have like half a second after that, and you pretty much press as hard as you can to get it off you, and then wait for another command to sit and rack it. So we work on pretty much technique to where we can get stronger, or what body parts to work on as an accessory work. We pretty much just mostly work on 3 exercises, and that's it. Bodybuilders work on every muscle they have. We just don't care. We work on 3 exercises, and we want to get better at 3 exercises. So once we get better on 3 exercises, we gotta go again. Fuck. I'm not editing that shit up. We gotta go again, and then again, just with 3, which is boring. But for me, I still like doing bodybuilding because, to me, if you do bodybuilding with powerlifting, you can get certain exercises for muscles that are weaker than others. So once you pretty much strengthen those muscles, you are better for those lifts. So I usually do 1 day with powerlifting, 1 day bodybuilding, so I can get my muscles to work on and get strength to those muscles, so I can be better with those 3 lifts. My competition won't be until next year, so I got a long way to go. Hopefully I'll hit 405 on bench press. So I hope you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know how you feel about this. But I love powerlifting, but I can't just do 3 exercises. But that's what we do. We pretty much work on the speed and the power. Hopefully I'll look like a beast in a few years, because I'm not gonna look like no skinny or no chubby slob. I'm still chubby, but I'm working on that. I'm still working on that. So thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all probably tomorrow.